These are real short, so I don't have a sail on them. they blocked my way. I can't go around now. Dang. That sucks. Now I got to get up on the highway. Well, on the main thoroughfare. Nice. Dang, what a while. Oh, that was a nice sprint. Sheesh. Now that's crazy. Take it nice and easy on the knees today, so I can do 2 days in a row. If I push it too much at my age, I need 1, 2, sometimes 3 days to recover before I feel like I'm like basically back to 100% again. It's about 59, 60 degrees right now. Perfect temperature for riding. Is probably coming up on 3 o'clock. Left a little after 2. I'm guessing it's about 3. Because I don't like the drag on it. I got 2 lights on the back of my helmet. One that's integrated into a helmet, and then the other is just a bright red flasher. And then I got a red flasher about 3/4 of the way down, and one on my axle too. So I got 3 red flashers on the back end doing different patterns, and 1 headlight doing flashing. Constant flashing. So I'm hoping that makes me a little more visible. Not to mention the fact that I'm kind of an unusual looking vehicle, so that helps a lot. I actually get a lot more mercy from drivers being on this trike than I ever did on 2 wheels, including the 2-wheel e-bike that I have. I use that one just for commuting and for fun, because it's like, it might as well be a little motorcycle practically. I mean, it's pedaling it just like ghost pedaling. It's an electric LEC TRIC e-bike XP 3.0. But man, I love that bike. It is so much fun. I mean, this one's fun. I really like this one because the chances of me crashing have reduced down to, well, I don't know what percentage, but it's got to be close to 0%. I'm 64 now. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm pretty, active. But, get one major accident at my age, man. I don't know. So I'm liking this 3 wheels for that reason. Just have to be careful not to get run over, or to interfere somewhere where somebody's going to run me over, that sort of thing. Anyway, so I try to stay out of people's way. It's not always very possible, and I see somebody approaching fast, dadgummit, so I'm going to have to make a quick left and get out of the path of the guy. There we go. Not too bad. Get off the road here. One of the reasons I like bike riding is the ability to go from trail to road. And I mean, if I was to go 15 miles here in the inner city, not inner city, in the suburbs, what do you call it, mid-city area, I mean, there's schools, traffic, people everywhere all the time now. So it's almost as fast for me to jump on a bike, if not faster some days, as opposed to getting in my truck and going somewhere. Consequently, it's a good consequence, my 2018 Tacoma only has like 51,000 miles on it, because, well, I like to ride my bike everywhere. Work, for exercise, whatever. Can't always do it, of course, but when the weather's good, definitely gonna do it. Today, oh my goodness, weather's just amazing. But this weekend, Friday evening, they are predicting a major winter storm, wintry mix, all coming to Texas. That being the DFW area where I am. So, gotta get in a ride today and one tomorrow. Then we're gonna be iced up, snowed up, super cold. So, there it is. I'm not gonna lie, I like riding on streets way better than riding on concrete trails. I mean, they feel completely different. I don't know, my tires just run better. There's some good people out on the road, don't get me wrong. Most people go around me, I think they probably think I'm in a wheelchair or something. Which is hilarious, because this thing is really low slung and fast, and it is way more fun than my diamond frame ever was. I mean, don't knock it till you try it's what I gotta say. I mean, if you want a fast trike, go with an SVTX or some other racing trike, because man, it is just, I don't know, you feel like you're an open air Corvette. It just feels amazing. I've been riding this thing and addicted to it since 2019. I know the time will come when I'll have to hang this up too, but Lord willing, I will continue to ride this thing as long as I'm alive. And hopefully that'll be a long time still. Who knows? Nobody knows, right? Nobody knows when they're going to go. So, one thing I don't have that I've really never had is a good speedometer that I could mount and watch. I could kind of gauge my speed better. Now that I've kind of gotten older, my average speed kind of hangs out somewhere between 14 and 16. And so I figure, I guess since I'm already 64, unless I lose weight, I guess I could get faster if I lost some weight, but 'cause I weigh like, right now I weigh about 208, and I'm 5'10", so I'm gonna lose a little bit. And we are approaching a intersection where I can very shortly get onto a longer trail, which I'm gonna do. That's the plan. And I'll be turning left over here and find a nice little trail with no cars for a while. Here we go. Oh shoot. Oh my goodness. Okay. For a second there, I thought that I was holding up traffic, but the other guy's got a green to go straight, so turned red when I was, you probably saw that, turned red while I was turning left. Oh well. And here we go. Now this is known as the John Barfield Trail. A super nice walking, bicycling trail, multi-use trail that I have used for the better part of 10 years, I guess. I didn't really get addicted to bicycling until around, what was it, 2015 maybe? I guess about 2015, 2014. And I went from mountain bike, just casual mountain biking, to having issues with the prostate, getting a little too large. Anyway, it's a VHP, benign thing, but on your left. Anyway, so kind of messed with my whole joy of getting to sit on a, you know, a typical bicycle seat that you would have like on a diamond frame road bike. So I switched over to a used Lightning Bicycles Stealth. My goodness, that was amazing. How's it going? Suddenly ants came from the sky.
God, this is awesome today.
Isn't it though?
It turned out bad. I was out on a long walk this morning, and now it's like perfect.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
Have a great ride.
Hey, you have a good walk too, brother. All right, so here we go. Passing on your left. So anyway, I stopped right then because there was like ants falling from the sky. And ants on my legs. I had one on my glasses, on my shield. Anyway, it was weird. Approaching Davis Boulevard. Rider on your left. Hey. Rider on your left. Hey, NRH Fire.
Hey, yo, how are you doing?
How y'all doing?
Pretty good.
How are you?
Good, thank you. Good guys right there. So back to my story. I got a Lightning Bikes Stealth. It was used. I got it for like $100. It had flat tires. It was in kind of rough shape, but I thought, you know what? If I can get this thing working, it's going to be like riding on a lawn chair, and that'll kind of take care of my issues with the old VTX. Yeah. Got to get my acronyms correct here. So, got that thing tweaked and fixed up at the local bike shop, and I just absolutely loved it. I mean, it was so amazingly comfortable to ride that thing. I finally got to the point where it's like, I just want to keep riding this. So that's where the addiction started. I rode that for, I don't know, a couple of years maybe at most. And I met a guy who said, hey man, you need to get you one of these Bashetta bicycles. And all of a sudden I discovered the world of recumbents. And there was all kinds of recumbents that had seats that were friendly to me. So I got a Bashetta Giro. It had I think a 650C wheel on the back and a 20-inch on the front. Similar to what I had on the Stealth. I liked it okay, but then I started thinking, I just want to go faster. So traded that model in and got a Bashetta Corsa A70, I think is what it was. And it had two 700C wheels on it. And I started getting really fast on that sucker. Even in my late 50s there. And I was averaging like 18, 19 miles an hour on that thing in my late 50s. And I started doing these little t-shirt rides, is what I call them. And I learned that from my mentor. I call him my mentor. He introduced me to trikes, namely the SVTX, which I currently own still. But and get out there with all these t-shirt rides, these big bicycle organized rides, and you'd have people out there riding in pelotons, you know, all kinds of bikes, costumes, you name it. Thousands of riders. The Hotter Than Hell 100 being the big one. So the farthest I've ever ridden, me personally, in my latter 10 years of bicycling, was 62, what is it, the 100K, yeah, 62 point something miles, 100K. That's the farthest I've ever gone. Done that a couple, 3 times, but anyway, that's kind of how it all started. And went to the Bashetta Corsa, and from there I sold it. And what did I get after that? I had 2 or 3 others, but they weren't any consequence because I got rid of them pretty quick. A Pelso, something or another. But then I ended up with a cruise bike, V20, and that's it has the cranks on the front and chains up on the front wheel. So it was a bit of a learning curve to learn that one, but my goodness, that sucker, that was where I had my fastest rides, and I was averaging between 19 and 20 on t-shirt rides. And but I had a really bad crash on it one night. Didn't see a curb, and I had these really expensive carbon wheels on it, and you know, I had it all decked out. It was lightweight. It was like 21 pounds or something, the whole bike. And I thankfully had purchased bicycle insurance on the thing because it was so expensive for that bike and wheels and everything. It was like, I don't know, it was upwards of $8,000 for everything, and I didn't even have the top end carbon wheels. All that stuff is super expensive. Anyway, but you know how it is when you have a passion for something, you tend to want to spend money on it, and you do spend money on it because it's just something you love to do. And so people in golf do it, tennis do it, you know, you name it, they'll do it. So I crashed. Didn't hurt myself too bad, thankfully, that time. And my insurance paid to fix that sucker up, so it was just like getting a brand new bike. And then I canceled my insurance. I'm sure they loved that. And I ended up crashing that thing again and got hurt pretty good. Didn't break anything, but definitely got hurt. So I thought, man, if I lose a tire on this bike. So that happened on the Corsa A72, going downhill, going like 30 and getting a flat on the front tire. I could barely control it. I just barely saved that one. And then when it happened on the cruise bike V20, when I got a flat on that, I could not even begin to control it. I went down. And so I ended up getting that fixed, and then I sold it. And from there, it's like, what am I gonna do? You know. Then I met Joe, a friend of mine, who introduced me to the trikes. And so I wanted something fast, and this at the time was the fastest one on the market. So I know that a lot of that has to do with who's riding it also. But I mean, if you put them on a course going downhill, this one is at that time for sure, it was going to be one of the faster trikes. So, and it got the title for the fastest for whatever race. Had some young fella on there that knows how to pedal really fast for a long time. Anyway, so I'm going to come up here and I'm going to stop and turn around and go back to the house. Time is about 3:45 p.m.-ish, somewhere in that zone. Temperature about 58 degrees. And clear skies. Slow down, turn ahead, it says. I've had some near misses on this little dog leg turn here. Yeah, sometimes we take our chances on those corners thinking there's not going to be anybody there. And oh, there they are. Thankfully, one of us has always been more aware than the other. And we haven't had any collisions there. Listen to those things. Birds are going crazy up there. Some kind of convention going on, huh? All right. Yep. Bunch of cows over there on my right. Can't see them. I can quick pull over here. Need a quick pull over. There we go. Healthy cows there. There's a fracking plant. This little trail has little signs periodically that it's got some initials on it. This is the John Barfield Trail that I'm on. And if you have an emergency, you can just tell the dispatcher that you're at JB and then there's a number code. And then they can send their unit out, whatever unit is necessary for your situation. Pretty smart stuff, I would say. Make a quick left here. Gonna have to take a pit stop. Use a restroom. So I'm going to go straight over a bridge and to a ballpark. Yes, restrooms are open to the public there. Rider on your left. I'll turn the camera off now. Sound right there is a squirrel warning horn. Some bright sun here. Left. On your left. On your left. There you go, a little quiet woods there. A few customers in there, walkers, but for the most part, a little quiet woods, the routine there for you.
And if you like this content and would like to see more, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the road.